Well, like one of the funniest, and I get why you can't say it now, but again, it's just one of the funniest, and I think even gay guys will laugh at this. One of the funniest scenes of any movie of all time is in the beginning of Old School when Luke Wilson's character gets into the back of the cab and he's like your seatbelt's broken. What would you recommend? And the cab driver turns around and goes, I recommend you stop being a fart.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now they
can you imagine pitching that script now? And it's like, oh, that was it's page 1 of the script. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we're done here. Yeah, we're good.
No thanks.
I met Luke Wilson once on Conan. He was a great guy.
Both Wilson brothers seem like they're awesome.
They're both incredible too. Owen Wilson, like, he's not as many movies now, but like he had a run where you're like, this is Owen Wilson in Zoolander is one of the funniest performances ever. Yeah, I mean, he was on another level funny. Luke is great. He did like that Luke Wilson voice. I had to set on Conan. I just had a breakup, and it was all about the breakup. So it was like Angry Sam on Conan, and it went well.
I love Angry Sam.
I'm in the green room, and Luke Wilson's just there. He's like sidles up to the door, like very Luke Wilson style, and he goes, I'm going to keep my eye on you. I was like, wow. Yeah. Luke Wilson. He was so nice. We chat for a while, and he was so nice.
You know who else is really cool? Seth Meyers.
I could see that.
Seth Meyers was so cool. I remember when only time I did the show, just like, in the green, like I did Letterman, he never talks to you. And then, which is fine, but never, you just don't see him, whatever. And then my next experience was with Seth Meyers, and Jasmine was 9 months pregnant, or like 8, like, at the end, like maybe 8 months, maybe even the beginning of 9 months pregnant with my older daughter, Delilah. And Seth came in. He was so nice. And like, he goes, oh, pregnant? He goes, first child? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and then he says to Jasmine, he goes, can I feel? And she was like, of course. So he he goes down, he's like so beautiful. And then he whispers into her stomach, he goes, your daddy bombed. it was amazing. Would that be funny? We were dying laughing.
Would that be funny if he just kept going? He's whispering, he goes, I'm going to fuck your mom.
Yeah. Yes, your mom's hot.
That's cool that he's like a comic like that.
Yeah, he was a comic. That's what I'm saying. He was a comic. And then like right after he said that, like laughed or whatever. And then he said, he was like, dude, he goes, listen, he goes, right before you come on, I'm going to stop the show, like fully stop the show. I do it for every comment. I'm going to tell them how hard this is and how amazing this is and how only the best comics get this opportunity, and they're going to be fucking ready for you.
That's such a classy move.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
Not every late night host does that. I remember Fallon did it once when I was in the green. I had to follow Cory Booker, which like, you think I want to follow Hope? You don't want to follow a politician. It's brutal. Yeah. So he goes on. It's all like, here's how I'm going to fix the... And you're just like, I'm going to...
Yeah, because you're also like, no, you're not, Cory.
He was... Dude, I'm going on after Cory Booker. He goes out, he goes, this next comedian, like, it's just very hard, Fallon being such a nice guy. And then he goes, and his mom is here. And guess what? I still fucking bombed. So apparently they didn't give a shit that my mom
was there.
Was in the room.
I know Fallon, you talked to Fallon, he doesn't even remember doing it because he was fucking hammered.
He is one of the nicest guys.
No, Jimmy Fallon...
Too. All those late night hosts are good dudes. I don't know what, and I'll tell you, it's funny that you did Letterman, I think, when he was like at the point of that show when he was kind of phoning it in, where he was like been doing it 25 years. Because I did the Netflix thing with Letterman, and he was the warmest dude. It was insane how cool he was.
Yeah, you could tell. Well, that was a great interview on the Letterman Netflix that Sam did. Great set, great interview. And I remember watching it, being like, even his look, the beard, how chill he is. I was like, oh, I'd like to meet him now, because I didn't feel any slighted by it. He didn't talk to anybody. He talked to no comics.
He'd been doing it for 30 years, and it was just every night. And now he doesn't do it often. So I think he actually is excited to do it again. He gets
excited, yeah.
And he was the warmest, coolest guy. Like Letterman, chilling in the green room, like fascinated by how we have to do comedy now. Because when he came up, as you said before, it was like all about the sitcom, and Letterman is like, oh, it's all about the sitcom, for us. So how do you make money when you put out a special for free? And I was like, what are you making on the road? He goes, you can make money on the road. Like, it's all foreign to them.
Yeah. Like all those guys, like I remember once my dad, we were talking, somebody said something about like, you never want to meet your heroes. And my dad was like, guys who make it, he goes, in anything, in sports and in entertainment, they're all good guys. He was like, it's the same thing like the mafia. The made guys are never going to hurt you. It's the wannabes. It's the guys who didn't make it. It's the they want this so bad. They're the ones who are always dicks. So anytime I meet anyone insanely famous, they're usually so warm and cool because they're like, what do I have to be upset about? It's the guys who think they should be bigger that are always pieces of shit.
That's interesting. I also disagree that made men have never hurt anybody.
Yeah. Well, they only fuck with you if you fuck with them.
Not reckless. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. It's the, it makes total sense.
That was my dad's advice always. Watch out for wannabes.
That's a great.
He was like, those are the only guys who are going to hurt you. Wannabes are the guys that you got to just look out for.
Put that on a fucking mug. That's perfect. Watch out for wannabes.
Watch out for wannabes. That's a shirt idea.
That's
maybe
good.
We could, let's both sell our shirt
against
ideas.
baby rape. Watch out for wannabes.
Who's going to win?